Band geeks, choir nerds, orc dorks, and theater freaks. Some of the many names that I hold near and dear to me. They are also some of the many names that school funding never gets a chance to see. Theater, choir, band, and orchestra are among the most common fine arts programs in high schools. These organizations are the first that the creative and crafty kids run to, but it's also the first districts take funding away from. When money is tight, fine arts are normally the first to be cut because it's easy to think that they aren't needed. Obviously, we need our math and our science and our reading because that's where the jobs are at, right? And obviously, we need athletics like football because that's where America's at, right? But why aren't we looking at fine arts in high school the same way? In the real world, music and acting are glorified. Celebrities are put up on pedestals and to on almost unreal level. So why aren't we glorifying fine arts kids? Fine arts gives students an outlet for creativity, a way to gain self-confidence, and in many ways, a way to expand their intelligence. With kids constantly forming to new trends, you would think that any ounce of creativity would be praised. Music students in high school get the chance to write their own compositions. My sophomore year of high school, I was in a group called PFC, and I was given the chance to do my own take of Heartache Tonight by the Eagles in an a cappella version. I got to sit down with my director at a piano and write out chords, write out oohs and ahs, and all sorts of different stuff. High school music kids also get a chance to do their own take on old songs that are already done. Theater kids have the chance to be their own playwrights and write new plays and get to do interpretations of old shows. OnlineColleges.net stated that 25% of fine arts programs will be cut this year regardless of the many studies done that prove the positive creative outlets. It also says that cuts in fine arts program have led to dropouts and have led to discipline problems. This means that we're continuing to cut programs that help with discipline problems and that help with high school dropouts and that encourage kids to stay in a positive area. So do you need another reason to stop cutting fine arts? Well, just in case you do, let's talk about self-confidence. Today's media promotes a certain image. Many people see it on the cover of magazines, in the tabloids, on Facebook. It can be seen anywhere. Kim Kardashian's absolutely unreal body image, her super slim waist and her big chest and her big butt. Everyone thinks that that's what you should look like. However, in fine arts programs in high school, you're told to come as you are. You're told to be your weird self and to let your creative juices flow. For me personally, coming into high school, it was a very intimidating time. I was a little freshman amongst 2,000 other students, and I didn't know where I belonged. As I came into my theater program and my choir program in high school, I quickly found many friends that were just as weird and strange and crazy as I was, and I found a place to be myself. One of my dear friends, Morgan, she came into high school and was timid and shy and was unsure of herself and unconfident. She joined the group I talked earlier about, PFC, her sophomore year, and she became this whole other person. She was fun and she accepted herself and she had this crazy offbeat sense of humor that everybody loved, and she became a very confident person. Finally, intelligence. At a San Antonio high school called MacArthur, to be able to participate in fine arts events, you have to be passing every single class. That means if you have below a 70 average, if you're not passing the class, you don't get to do the end of the year pop show. You don't get to go to competitions. You don't get to go to concerts. And in many times, you don't even get to practice with your group. However, I also saw in high school athletic departments squeezing around this rule. While they had it too, many students were not really enforced to follow it. And this applied for more than just grades. If someone got into trouble, fine arts kids were strictly punished. If someone in cheerleading or in football got into trouble, the punishment was less severe. Maybe you had to sit out a game instead of an entire season. At Johns Hopkins University, a researcher completed a 4-year study on what studying an art does for the brain. They found that over time, studying a specific art form increases your motor skills. They also found that it helped increase your attention span. So this means that not only were they excelling more in an art form, they were excelling more in their other subjects, and this led to increased intelligence as a whole. So not only should funding for fine arts be maintained, it should be increased. Decreasing leads to dropouts, it leads to a lack in creativity, it leads to a drop in self-confidence among teens, and it leads to a loss of education promotion. Thank you.